Hey guys, I want to hang out, so we're gonna hang out. My tripod broke, and so I've been like running around the house trying to figure out where am I gonna film, where am I gonna film. That's not that loud. Can you hear the noises? Hear that? It's way better than where I was. I was upstairs, like next to a window, and then there's a lawnmower. My brother's doing yard work, that's what that noise is. And then children screaming and dogs barking and just like, oh my gosh. So after my tripod broke, because I pre-recorded some videos today, my tripod broke and I was like, oh, alright, well, okay then. So I'm like running around trying to find a spot, and so my video camera just no. So I took so here's my phone. I'm using my phone instead, and I'm in my stairway because it's like in the center of the house where I feel like the noise will not be as bad as it would anywhere else. So here we are. I wanted to hang out, kind of chit chat. I miss our talks. Do you miss our talks? Just kind of like update you guys on my life and all that stuff, you know. I had all those scary stories uploaded like last month and everything. Those were all like pre-recorded, luckily, because the entire month of April I was going through some health stuff and I was literally bedridden, and it was horrible. I don't really want to revisit that. But long story short, went through some health stuff, had to change my diet completely, and I still have to be careful, but I'm on the other side. I am all better. I am you know, I'm healthy now. I basically have to be very, very particular with what I eat, and that's okay. You know, I got lazy and I consumed all of the sugar and all of the carbs. Give me all the mac and cheese, give me all the ice cream and pizza, and you know, I ate a little too much of the good bad stuff. So I'm having to just have a do-over with my body basically. And I'm learning. I've learned so much, and I've gained so much knowledge about, you know, what works for me, what works against me, and I'm okay. You know, it doesn't mean I have to give up all the treats for the rest of my life. It just means that they have to become more treats and not readily available and very, very scarce. So that's that thing. But at least I'm on the other end. It was a month. I went from, yeah, it was an entire month that I had to go through just this whole shitstorm of just not fun. And I didn't really do much on social media in general. I wasn't on PERISCOPE. I didn't do really anything. I did, you know, Instagram and my jewelry. Luckily, I was able to kind of have the energy to do those things, but still. And you guys noticed, like, quite a few of you are like, where have you been? Like, something seems wrong. Like, yeah, sure, I'm uploading a video a week, but something seems off. So, and we, you know, so we weren't even me and my brother weren't live streaming. So you guys noticed. You guys are smart. But yeah, so, but I'm really glad. Another good thing, now I can upload me and my brother's gameplays onto YouTube. I uploaded some from the newest game we started playing. But it's funny, as soon as I start posting like those or other videos, like you guys are like, upload scary stories. Why don't you upload scary stories? The thing that I like to do is research scary stories and do a bunch at once so I can pre-record them, and because that's like my favorite. I'm like, oh, I just want one right after another. So yeah, I kind of did that today, but we had a maintenance guy come out to our house to work on some stuff, so I only got like 2 videos recorded. But that's alright, so you guys have 2 weeks of videos to look forward to. And then this thing. So, well yeah, I don't know. But you guys should follow me on Periscope if you're not already. I usually do once a week on Periscope. I try to. And I really, really like it because it's like a portion of you guys follow me on there, and then we can like hang out and you interact, you can ask me questions or comment, we can talk back and forth, and I can interact in with you guys. I really, really, really like it, so you should follow me on there. And then me and my brother do live streaming on Twitch, usually every Monday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. His Twitch account is twitch.tv/back_attack123. So even if you go to one of our gameplays too, in my YouTube video feed, the links in the description of those. But tonight we're actually gonna play one tonight, so you guys should come watch. We'll be on probably 7 p.m. Pacific time, just so you know. But yeah, so that's kind of been my life. I wanted to kind of do a little bit of a hair update too in this video, because I keep getting asked like, how's your hair? How's your hair? Tell us about your hair. It's been now a little over 2 months since I combed out my dreads. In my calendar, it's, you know, the 6th of every month it means it's just one more month of being unlocked. That's what I call it in my phone. Unlocked. And what's interesting and what I've learned is that the first time around when I had my first set, got rid of them, 2 months later, I was wanting them again. I missed them. It was almost like I needed it. And then 2 months after that, I got them back. So now it's been 2 months, and I'm curious to see how I feel. I don't miss them. I loved them. I mean, I miss them sometimes, but I don't feel that draw or that need to have them back. And that's kind of a new feeling for me. And I had periscoped, you know, right after I got rid of them. And I was talking about it with you guys, and it was kind of like, I came to the realization that I was like, I was very dependent on my dreads. it was a security blanket. It was, you know, something that I hid under. And then also, I mean, and to be honest, it was like without them, I was afraid I was going to be forgotten. And as lame as that sounds, who I am now, I'm like, you know what? If people forget me, whatever. Like, then I don't need them in my life. It's not like I'm completely unrecognizable without them, you know? So, and if I am to someone, then I don't need that person in my life. So I was very dependent on them. And I had said several times, my dreads are for life, my dreads are for life, because I literally thought that they were. But then things changed. Like, I've had like some people get mad at me. They're like, I thought you said dreads for life. I thought you were gonna have them for the rest of your life. And I'm thinking, you know what? Things change. Don't give me a hard time about it, because geez, bye. But really, like, the update also with my hair and how it's doing, it's still kind of a mess, you know. It's getting there. It's getting better. You can't really see it in this terrible lighting, but the layers are still all sorts of weird. The color is still all sorts of weird. But all I've been doing really is just washing it and then tying it up. It's really all I've been doing. I brush it, of course, but I haven't dyed it. I don't blow dry. I don't apply any heat to it because I'm trying to get it healthy again. I take lots of biotin. Use lots of coconut oil for like hair masks and stuff. Even though everyone says, yeah, coconut oil and olive oil and avocado oil. Well, there's one oil that someone was like, don't use this oil. But then I'm like, everyone's telling me to use it, so I don't know. Whatever works for some people. I don't use it very often. Just like once every 2 weeks, I think, I'll do like a hair mask. But really, my hair's been doing really great and growing just fine, just by taking biotin and not doing anything to it but brushing it and washing it every other day. I was gonna get my hair done in June, but that changed, so I'm getting it done in August. So I have a couple more months to try and grow it, because I'm pretty sure that, you know, with where it's at, it's mostly like to here. So like this down is just so thin, I'm probably gonna have to cut this part off, which I'm sad about because I really wanted long hair. But it'll happen. Who knows what'll happen in 2 months. I quit taking biotin for the month I was trying to get healthy, and I just started taking it again. So, and I know my hair grows super fast when I take that stuff, so I'm kind of looking forward to that part. Not really looking forward to my nails growing super fast, but looking forward to the hair part. Also, I've been a lot more active lately, so I get out of the house a little bit more. I'm like going on walks and, you know, walking around the neighborhood, listening to my iPod, recollecting on life, and just seeing things, experiencing nature, and just trying to be a little more on my feet. I spend a lot of time sitting at my desk working on jewelry and you know, I spend a lot of time sitting, especially like now, like I'm sitting doing a video and I'm gonna have to sit and edit videos, but luckily with Hangout vlogs, I ain't got time to edit all this because we just hanging out, and you guys have always said we like it candid and unedited. So it's kind of been my whole theme of Hangout vlogs. But when I go on walks, you know, I see, because I walk around the neighborhood, I see all kinds of people. Inside their houses, outside their houses, people walking around. Sometimes I'll walk closer to the main part of town where there's more people walking around, or people in stores, or in their cars, or, you know, people in the park. I see all kinds of people. And I started thinking the other day, and I actually have had this mindset for a little while. It's kind of new, but I don't know where it clicked in me to start thinking this way, but I was like, I feel like I really, really need to talk about this. And maybe you guys can take from it, or maybe you guys feel the same exact way. I feel like, you know, there's a lot of judgment going around just with people. You know, I see all these people, and what do? What is our human nature? We judge people. We're like, oh, look at their clothes, or look at the way their body is, or their hair, or their face, or how tall they are, how short they are, or their body shape, or size, or the shoes they're wearing, or what they're saying. Or, you know, we automatically judge. Even if it's in our heart, even if we're like, we would never judge them. We're just kind of, it's an automatic reaction. We always judge them, but most of us, at least with me, I catch myself and I'm like, oh, no, don't. No hate, no hate. But I was starting to think, because to kind of change that mindset. You know, I was walking by a couple of girls the other day, and you know, I think anyone's automatic reaction would be like, what are they wearing? And why are they dressed like that? They look so different. And I looked at them and I was like, I like the color of that girl's hair, and I really like that girl's beanie. So with someone, maybe they, at first glance, they aren't appealing to you. Look for something that you like about them. I got tired of sitting on the stairs. My butt hurts. But what I was saying, you know, if you see someone that is not appealing at first, look for something that you do like. So let's say someone walks into a coffee shop. Let's say you're a barista, or you work at a grocery store, or you work anywhere that has customer service, or you deal with people. Let's say someone walks in and you just automatically, you're like, oh my gosh, I don't like this person, or this person looks weird. I mean, the things that pop into our head, we're all guilty of this, alright? It could be someone that looks, okay, so let's say it's not like your intention, because I don't want, like, anything I'm going to say is probably going to sound bad, but let's say there's just some particular person that walks in and it's not aesthetically pleasing to your eye, and you just all of a sudden you go into judgment mode without even thinking. Well, change that and just go, well, I hate everything about that person, but hey, look at their scarf, or I like the color of their scarf, or that's a cool shirt, or that color looks good on them, or I like their hair, or their eyes are really pretty. Like, you look for something positive about someone. That maybe, like, the thing is too, because it's really hard in the society today, like, I don't know, it's like society is like, you know, if you're not normal, or if you're not aesthetically pleasing, or if you look completely different, you know, we can't be attracted to it, or we can't like it, you know, like, me having dreadlocks at the time, and even me with tattoos, like, let's say someone out there hates tattoos, but let's say they see me and they're just like, oh, they judge everyone with tattoos, but what if that person just said, you know what, I like the color of her boots, or I like those boots, or I like those socks, or I like the makeup she's wearing today, or that piece of jewelry she's wearing, you know, maybe you don't like the tattoos, or maybe you don't like their hair, or or maybe you don't like the way someone does their makeup. Look for something you do like. I just started thinking that the other day, you know, because especially, like, I'm in a smaller town, and people that really stand out 10 times more than they do in the city. So I stood out a lot when I had my dreadlocks. Now that I don't have them, I'm a little more invisible, which is very nice. but I still have my tattoo, I still have my sleeve. So when I go anywhere, I forget that I have it, but other people see it. And so that draws attention. So if you are not the normal, if you don't dress somewhat kind of normal, you know, judgment happens even if it's unintentional. And I just feel like if we just start changing our mindset, like even people who look normal, maybe some of us don't like people who look normal, like you look too normal, I don't like that person just looks too nice and too normal. Well, I like her skirt, or I like her glasses. You know, you just, maybe you don't like the way that person appears, but look for something you do like. I can't help you if there is nothing that you like, though. I just thought I would throw that out there. Because it has actually kind of helped me, you know, especially with certain people where maybe I'm like, man, they would look so much better if they wore this color or this outfit or dressed like this, you know, or maybe if they talked more like this, or, you know, or whatever. And then I catch myself, I'm like, no, I don't want to be that person. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe I don't like what they're wearing, but that color looks good on them. Or look at their haircut, that's cool. Or their hair color, or, you know. It's just a weird mindset that, you know, we were raised with, and some of us easily got out of. I like to be known as the person that would be the last to judge someone. Because, dude, we all have faults. We all have quirks. We all do things. I've messed up. I mean, we're not perfect. And so I feel like that's just one step closer to just accepting people for who they are. And if maybe them dressing a way you would never dress makes them happy, that's what matters. Their happiness, not yours. My mom told me this quote the other day, and it's been really powerful for her. And then I saw a friend of mine post it on Facebook, and I'm like, oh, like, how ironic within, like, the last, like, week that I'm seeing this quote. And the quote is, the opinions about me is none of my business. Like, someone else's opinion about me is none of my business. So what someone else thinks of me, like maybe they have an opinion about how I dress or how I look or whatever, that's none of my business. So whatever opinions I have about somebody else, it's none of their business. So my opinions don't matter to them, and their opinions don't matter to me, if it's about me or if it's about them. If that makes sense. I probably said that backwards, but it's basically, if someone has an opinion about you, it's none of your business. Because it's just an opinion. And that's why I think we should shower people with more compliments than opinions. So, compliment someone on something that they're wearing, or something that they said, or compliment someone with anything. Because we need more of that in the world. We need more compliments. And I've been trying to be better at it myself. Like, because I walk everywhere, you know, a lot of cars don't stop for pedestrians. Like, it just happens. So when people do, I try to be really grateful by, like, thank you, you know, just like being really grateful. Mouthing the words thank you. You know, maybe my next step will be to blow kisses if it's the right car. But just showing more appreciation and making people feel special. And if you're in line at a store, and if you are having that, like, maybe, I don't know, you find an opportunity to compliment someone on something, find something and, you know, compliment them on it, because it will make someone's day. I'm trying to be better at it. You know, I'm not very social. I'm very, like, antisocial. I'm kind of like, you know what, don't talk to me. Leave me alone. Just let me buy my shit and go. And I have days like that, and that's okay. But dude, if someone complimented me, like, let's say I'm just like, oh, I don't want to talk to anyone, I just want to move on. If someone said, oh, I really like your bag, I really like your boots, I really like your scarf, I like your hair, you know, like a girl the other day, I was grocery shopping, and I was just like, meh, you know, she was like, oh my gosh, I love your hair color. Is that your natural hair color? And I was like, yeah. I'm like, no one's ever complimented my hair color before. Like that, like, and it's my natural hair color. Like, that made me feel really good. It was just small. And we moved on and whatever, but I was like, you know what? Something like that, you know? It just makes your day better. You can't be angry at a compliment. even the ones where people are like, oh, I like your tattoo. Like, I hear that all the time. And I just say thank you. You know, it's a compliment's a compliment. It still makes me smile, still makes me feel good. So I feel like that is important. We just need politeness, niceness, compliments, and just more positivity. Because, I don't know, I feel like people kind of forget. I think they forget to be nice, and I mean, I forget. You know, I fault at that. So that's my 2 cents there. I'll stop yapping away. But it's fun hanging out with you guys. Should do this more often. I tend to mostly hang out on Periscope. Really, like I've been trying to do it every Friday, but now my mom has Fridays off, so that might change to another day. I don't know. We'll find out. But I try to Periscope, and that's usually when I really like hanging out with you guys because I can actually interact with you. Because you can comment, I can comment. So follow me on Periscope. It's an app on your phone if you don't know. But it's basically just like this, but it's live and you can comment, but it's on your phone. So yeah, follow me on there, and I love you guys, and we'll hang out soon. You got a couple videos to look forward to. But if you don't catch me on YouTube, I'll probably be on Periscope. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, you know, all that stuff. So follow me everywhere, because I'm everywhere. And I love you guys.